Welcome back to Wizard Supercoach. It's my second go at it, seeing as the microphone didn't work on the previous recording. So here we go again. Hope you all had a good week in Supercoach. I definitely did not, as you can see. Round score of 2,279. Not good at all. Slipped 2,000 ranks to 6,000 now. Don't really know what to do. Feel like I've fallen a bit too far behind to get like a top 2,000 rank or whatever that I was after. I know there's a long way to go in the season, but I feel like the game has really slipped away from me in just 1 week. The forward line is in shambles. I'm stuck with a few fake primos that just aren't scoring. So yeah, have a look at the team. Starting defence as always. Dacos 105, had him as the vice. Wasn't obviously high enough, so went to Gorn, which netted me an extra 8 points. Woohoo. Dacos would have got a huge score, but he just couldn't hit a bloody target. But that's alright, he's been really good lately. Getting the 41 disposals is what counts for now. Houston 148. So while I'm happy with this score, it's still a bit of a worry because he's not going to score 3 goals every week. So if you take those out, like he normally doesn't get goals, it's not the greatest score. It's probably hovering somewhere in the 90s, I'd say, especially would have been bumped up because the close finish. So he's definitely one that has been underwhelming since I bought him in, along with a host of others, pretty much every other bloody primo that I've bought in. So I bought him in for the St Kilda game. So before that, he'd gone all tons. Since then, yeah, he's been not that great. What's his 3-round average? I mean, if we discount the 148, the last 3 before that were not good. Like, if you pay up, I think I paid like close to 600 for him. You'd be expecting a bit better than a 93.89 and then, or in the 107. But yeah, 148 is good. I don't think it's sustainable. Still though, his buy is really handy and stuff, so got to be happy with that. It probably seems a bit weird that I'm complaining about a guy with a 113 average, but the problem is most of that came from before I bought him in. Like, it seems that all these guys I'm bringing in, the second I bring him in, all their consistency just fades away, and the ones that I trade out that look like dog shit, suddenly they turn into prime Gary Ablett. So Sheasel, he's definitely a worry. He's playing that midfield role now, and I mean, he was alright in the weekend, got his 117, so that's good, but I don't think it's going to be consistent scoring from here out in the midfield. Need to get him back behind the ball somehow, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And then that raises the question, is Zach Fisher the one to bring in now? I think it depends on how long McKirch is out. I think he'll be out longer than people think. I don't think he'll be back before the bye or anything like that. But anyway, that's another story. Hayden Young, 121. He's so frustrating. He's such a yo-yo. Let's just look at his scoring for a minute. Now, he pisses me off too because I started with him, traded him out, and got him back. And he's just patchy. Like, look, it's either a 130 or like a 60 or 70 type. Like, I hate it. I'm stuck with him now. As I said, I want to use him if I get the luxury as that floating player. But I don't know, something tells me I probably won't get that now. Stewart is the one that's pissing me off the most. So I can't believe people are even talking about bringing him in at this discounted price. I wouldn't go anywhere near him. I said last week or the week before that he wouldn't average 100 for the rest of the year. And so far it's proving true. He's not anywhere near it. It seems like they want to use Max Holmes as the go-to man, and Stewart just doesn't look himself at all. You would think with Geelong now on a losing streak, Stewart's scoring probably should have been better, but it's actually seems to be declining with the team. So yeah, I don't know. I want to get rid of him, like I really do, but kind of got to get rookies off the field. But Stewart's not. The thing is, Stewart's not scoring that much better than the rookies, so it could be worth just making him into Ryan and just cutting my losses. I think. Like, I'm pretty damn certain that he's not going to average 100 for the rest of the year, so I don't really want to get stuck with him. So my advice, and I rarely give it out on this channel, but don't touch Stewart. Closey 49. That's disappointing. We know that he can do a lot better. He might have to go this week, although I've got, as you can see, pretty thin bench here in defence. Don't know when Reed's back. He's been saying 3 to 4 weeks for the last 5 years. Graham, I don't see him getting back in the team anytime soon. So I might have to keep Closey and get rid of Graham and just use Closey on the bench. I was hoping to get rid of both of them, but I don't know. So Closey's still got the 31 break even. He should hit that pretty easy, but yeah, not much more money to be made unless he can have another one of those spike games. Sarong 118. So there's someone that has been consistent since I bought him in. One of the very few. Good scores every week. I'm definitely interested in starting him next year. I think I've already got one eye on next year now. Butters 127. Now that's good, but it's also frustrating because his first 3 quarters were pretty ordinary. I don't know why he can never just play like 4 good quarters or, 4 even half decent quarters. It's always such a roller coaster. I hate watching him. But he's still averaging 124, so, that's fine. I'm just in a real negative mood because of the team. Butters could be averaging more. That's all I'm saying. Bont 93, he's had 2 sub-ton games this year. That's all. So he's been pretty good, but he's not hitting too many of those high scores. I think part of it's to do with Bevo putting him forward more. Maybe he's just kind of losing like the enthusiasm. Libba out of the side's probably hurting him, but he probably thinks like they're not in for a shot at a flag while they've got Bevo. So why bother trying to carry the team on his shoulders every week? Admittedly, they're not doing too bad at the moment, but yeah, I don't know. Bont's not himself. Dawson 107. Got him in discounted a few weeks ago, so he's been pretty good since then. Another one that I'll be watching for next year. Still, I won't be watching ever again. I'm just never again with this dude. I've had him in Supercoach twice, and he's just pissed me off both times. I don't know what's happened to him. Like, he was supposedly injured, and I thought, okay, well, there's an excuse. But now he's lost the strapping on the knee and stuff, and he scored okay last 2 weeks against Hawthorn and North, but, me or you could do that, whoever's listening. I don't know. He's just shit to watch. Like, he's slow. You've probably heard it all before. He's just a pain in the ass right now. So he's another one I want to get rid of because I don't think he's going to score that well for the rest of the year. I don't know why they don't just sit him for once and maybe give him some surgery or something like that rather than just play him injured year after year. But hey, what do I know? Crouch 121, he's been a shining light this year. Started him 109 average. I think I had him pegged for 100 to 105, something like that. So that's been really good, particularly the last few weeks. I almost chopped him as well a few weeks ago, and then I thought, well, I'll see how he goes against North. That can be the last test, and yeah, he's stuck in the team ever since. Bought Petrarca in this week, so I didn't end up doing a trade video, but how do I even see what I did? I can't even remember. I haven't had as much time lately for Supercoach, that's why I haven't been making trade videos or anything like that. Life's just getting on top, and Supercoach is just a game at the end of the day. Haven't even been able to watch most footy games, which sucks. Where do I even go for the history thing? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Petrarca came in. I got rid of Harley Reid, I think, the week before, so that hurt. So yeah, Petrarca, he's a letdown. Not so much him, I think. Simon Goodwin, certified terrorist now, putting Petrarca forward so much. I couldn't believe it. They're getting flogged in the middle by West Coast, and what does he do? He puts Petrarca forward, and even ended the game with Gawn forward. Well done, Goodwin. Green 95. I don't rate him as highly as other people. He's been a bust. I bought him in for, I think, 600k. And he looked really good the first few rounds. And ever since, he's been pretty damn shit. I know there was that one injury game in there. So the 5 against Sydney. But look, in the last 6 games, he's had 2 tons. That's not what we paid for. I don't think... unless he's cheap next year, I'm not touching him. I started him last year and he was just a pain in the ass. He misses so many games and stuff. Or, yeah, injury affected games, gets suspended, things like that. Can't hit a bloody target. Garcia didn't play. I think he's probably dead at this point. Clark back to just bullshit. He looked like he'd kickstarted his cash gen again, last week or something, and yeah, back to this crap. Sullivan 51, that's alright. He can just sit on the bench and make whatever money he does. So Gawn as captain, that was frustrating. I guess you could look at it here, glass half full. He had a terrible first quarter where I think he scored a 2 or something like that, and then still got 107 in 3 quarters. Not many players can do that. English 91. This just pisses me off so bad. I'm so over Supercoach, but yeah. The Ruck 2 thing has pissed me off all year. I started Grundy. If anyone remembers, the plan was to swap to English at some point, probably around the buys. Grundy ended up becoming Marshall when I had enough of him, and then ever since, Grundy's been doing really well. Marshall was, apart from the first week, Marshall was terrible for me. He threw in 50 and 60 or something. So I got rid of him, bought in Sweet as R2. Marshall then goes back-to-back 160s, like his knee injury and stuff never happened. And now English, since I bought him in last week because Sweet had COVID, English has now gone 2 sub-tons. So he's another one of these bloody primos, fake primos, that look, he'd gone 1 sub-ton for the first 8 rounds, and then I bring him in and it's both sub-tons. I'm just over it. Like, you can put in all the research in the world, you can try and be logical about things, make educated guesses, and at the end of the day, the game just always bends us over, especially in the ruck department. Like, every year, R2 is just a big problem. Sweet obviously didn't play. I don't know why, but Hinkley decided to play Visentini, who just got monstered by Meek. Like, what did you think was going to happen? So hopefully Sweet's back this week. Heaney 121, good as always. Flanders 127. Those two have just been set and forget. Excellent every week. Don't have to say much. Wilson 75. So, seen people talking about getting rid of him. I might have to get rid of him too, just because if I want to get Zorko, it might be one of the only ways. But yeah, he's still scoring alright. 75, he's got, I think, 76 break even. Yep, so who's he got this week? Melbourne. He could probably hit it. And if he doesn't, he's not going to miss it by much, so he might lose a tiny bit of money. But right now, I think it's more important just to have someone that's consistently scoring like those 70s, to be honest. Especially with the buys coming up, it's going to get a bit crazy. And my plan now, because I have no other solution, is to just try and do the best I can through the buys and make up ground there. Darcy 84. So every time it looks like he's going to get the punt, he'll throw out a pretty decent score. So he's bought himself probably another maybe 2 weeks. If he ends up getting ruck DPP, which I'm not sure he will, he could be an interesting one to come home through the end of the year. Might even hold him, but I don't know if I'll get that luxury either. Fife I want to get rid of, but I don't know if I can. He's a pain in the ass. Like, him and Young are the same. They're either big or really low scores. Fife's got no other avenue to scoring. He doesn't get many tackles. He just gets contested ball and handballs. Like, doesn't take any of the contested marks and shit that he used to. I knew that when I got him, but I think he's about at the end of the road here in my team. He's probably due for another sub game soon. He looks a bit slow and banged up. Garcia 51, so that was his lowest score so far, but he's been really good apart from that. He's already done his job basically. What's he made? Like 142k. So he's fine. I'll keep him another week. Break even at 19. Might even see 2 weeks out of him. Depending how he goes, he probably won't score very well against Sydney. So maybe 1 week. Jones, this was disappointing because he's got, I think he's got really good job security if he's survived this far. with Toby Green back in the side, but now he's going to be out for like a few months. So yeah, that 8 hurts, although it was only on the bench, so that's fine. But yeah, it's screwed the cash gen big time. And then there's Livingston, the what would you call it, the loophole. So the plan for him, because now, you know, I don't think he's made enough money to really justify a trade at this point. Yeah, Livingston, I think he'll end up back in R3. Sweet will get traded out as soon as Soldo's back in a couple of weeks, assuming that's what happens. And yeah, we'll have to get Sweet out for a forward. So I'm not 100% sure on what to do here. As I said, life's been getting on top of me, so it's hard to make a trade video and stuff, but I fully intend to do it this week. I don't know what I'm going to do just yet for trades. I feel like there's a whole heap of options and not many seem like good ones. I've even considered going the double downgrade. So bringing in Richards up forward, and who was the other one? Oh, that the guy for the Bulldogs, Freya or whatever his name is, Fraja. I don't know. I haven't watched any games with him in it yet, so I don't know how they say it. But yeah, that guy, you know who I mean. And then next week, hopefully, can get Phillips down back if he holds his spot in the team and looks like he's got good job security. But yeah, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm still trying to just get rookies off the field and keep going 1 up, 1 down type thing. But it's bloody hard when you got like Steele and Stewart there just leaking cash and putting out shit scores when I could very, very easily just upgrade them. Like, English, I'm sure he's going to come good again. Like, this is very unlike him. It's fine. But yeah, Steele and Stewart, I just don't see them coming back. Petrarca will be fine as soon as he gets out of the forward line. Yeah, I hope no one else has this pairing of Stewart and Steele. If you do, I really feel for you because it's doing my head in. But yes, Stewart's finished. He's not a primo. I guarantee though, if I trade them out this week, they'll both go huge. But what can you do? That's the game. So yeah, I really want to try and get Zorko this week, even though he's expensive now. Just, you can't really afford to not have him in the forward line given the limited options. Even Jackson, maybe, I was thinking, like, so he could be a bit of ruck cover through the buys and then just swing him back to the forward line. Like, I don't know. That would cost me Sweet though, so that I can get Livingston back in there. What's Sweet made? 86, so need at least another price rise out of him, I think, before I'd be happy to get rid of him. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you would do with this mess, because, I mean, I'm going to do what I'm going to do anyway, but I don't know. I really don't know. It feels like the whole game has slipped away in 1 week. I felt like I was ahead of the curve. And I did say last video, I'm pretty sure I said about how I got rid of Harley Reid because I didn't think he'd be a keeper, and I still don't think he'll be a keeper. But that was pretty savage to go and put up a 138 the week after I said that, and I'm pretty sure I did say in the video that he'll probably go and do something like that. But yeah, it's just bullshit. I'm sick of it. So thanks if you sat through that negative video, but if you see my ranking and stuff, you know why. I guess, hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, there will be one. I'm not going to quit this year. So, yeah, cheers and see ya.